is 46.5 minutes to go.
I'm coming back, I'm going live.
Let's just do a quick check-in with you. To all of our beautiful runners, how are you feeling this morning? Oh, you can do better than that. You've got a beautiful road ahead of you. It's going to be a stunning day. To all of our beautiful runners, how are you feeling this morning? Super runner, welcome.
It is the 98th Comrades Marathon. Your World of Champions brings you all the action from Pietermaritzburg down to Durban. Well, they've got 12 Comrades Marathons medals between them. Joining me this morning, of course, is Helen Luke and Bruce Fordyce. But then, of course, as your World of Champions, we make sure to give you every single minute of the Comrades Marathon here. This morning, we do have, of course, a main channel, and we also do have a channel focusing on the ladies. That is Super Sport Variety 3. And then you can catch all your friends, families, as we cross the line. And when it comes to crossing the line, there is cameras at the halfway mark and at the finish line, so you can catch everything right here on your World of Champions. And as we said, well, today is a big day. The weather has been a big talking point. I am with Bruce Fordyce and Helen Luke. Another year of Comrades Marathon. Good morning. Helen, the weather definitely is a big talking point, noting that later on in the afternoon, yes, it's a bit nice and warm today in the morning, but later on it's going to get quite windy.
It is, and a little bit, possibly a little bit of rain. I think we believe in Peter Maritzburg. It's pretty calm.
Well, experience the heartbeat of the ultra marathon. They call it Isikompilo. This is the 98th Comrades Marathon in the World of Champions, bring to the 2025 edition. That is a down run from Peter Maritzburg down to Durban. Today definitely is a big day for your World of Champions as we bring you the ultimate human race, and through the ultimate broadcast, we have 3 special broadcasts just for you this morning to catch every single minute of the action from Peter Maritzburg City Hall down to People's Park out here in Durban. The main feed, you also do have a women's feed, that's Variety 3, and we're going to be crossing the line, and we have cameras at the halfway mark and the finish line. And as always, I'm joined by 2 astute Comrades Marathon winners. That is 12 Comrades Marathons between themselves, 9 times Comrades winner Bruce Fordyce and 3 times Comrades winner Helen Luke. Good morning. It is windy. I mean, I think I'm already crying already, not just about the thought of what we're going to see today, but the weather plays a huge role, Bruce, because I've been talking about it. The South African Weather Services has also said that perhaps by the time they get to Durban, there's going to be strong winds.
Well, there's strong winds now. I mean, it really is. We've seen a couple of advertising hoardings disappearing over the Indian Ocean. Yeah, it's windy, but perhaps it'll die. But the weather's a massive factor. If I think back, 2013, Comrades was boiling hot. 1982, when Iran was freezing cold. So the weather is a major factor. Today, let's hope the wind dies and they have a beautiful day to run.
And Helen, I mean, this year, down run, Maritzburg to Durban. Last year, we had the up run. What can we expect today?
Well, I think both races will be equally exciting. Always anticipation. I think we've got Pete Vasma, who's just strong contender. We've got Hayda Stain, which everybody watches to see if she'll break another record. But the course is just over 2 k's longer, so we'll wait and see.
Well, it is 89.98 kilometers from Peter Maritzburg to Durban, and all I know is that OG Molefe and Vanessa Marie de Toy are out at Peter Maritzburg City Hall. And this morning, while it is quite windy here in Durban, I wonder how it is out in Maritzburg. Good morning, OG. Good morning, Vanessa Marie.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome right here to Peter Maritzburg, 24th of May, 1921, here on Chief Albert Luthuli Street is where it all began. And now the 98th edition. Vanessa, the excitement in my body is incredible. What about you?
It's a downhill run, but I have to say it's an uphill battle within me to stop from dancing.
You've cried a few times as well.
Already cried. We had a 5 in start earlier on. We had some people who are differently abled. We had the rope runner start. We had Sean and Hayden's bus start. It was amazing.
Michaela, who's I think we've seen a lot of times here on Supersport in the wheelchair, the first ever athlete to finish Comrades with a wheelchair. So people nervous doing their first, some doing their 20th, their 10th, and even their 50th. It's been incredible, Tato. So we're going to throw it back to you guys in studio in Durban before we kickstart this incredible race.
That 50th so special. Now, when it does come through to the Comrades Marathon this year, so many changes have been added. But Bruce, when we look at the race today from Maritzburg to Durban, we did say 89.98. And if you take us through the race route down from Maritzburg.
So because it's the down run, we run up. It sounds strange, but out of Pietermaritzburg, you start climbing almost immediately. You go through the city and then you climb to the top of the very famous a hill called Polly Shorts, which they're going to run up next year. Very, very carefully down Polly Shorts. Go gently down Polly Shorts because your quadricep muscles get pounded to pieces and you have to save them for later on. Down into the bottom of Polly Shorts and then up to Ashburton Village. It's a climb because it's the down run, we go up. And then we drop down again and then we get across Tumble Inn and up for 4 kilometers. It's a long climb to the highest point in the race, Umlaas Road. Some maniac will say it's downhill all the way from here, guys. It's not. There's lots of uphill. To Camperdown Village, a major landmark, lots of spectator support, and then rolling, undulating towards Cato Ridge. Again, lots of spectators, lots of braais going through Cato Ridge and then Harrison Flats. And because it's the down run, we run up at Harrison Flats and we carry on going a long stretch through Harrison Flats past the Ntembeni School for the Disabled. You have to high-five those kids and then up because it's a down run for 4 Ks up Inchunga. It's a long climb, a tough climb to the top of Inchunga. Beautiful view at the top of Drummond at halfway, and then you do drop. You drop down into the bowl of Drummond, through halfway, loved ones, and straight after that, 2 great landmarks. Arthur's Seat, remember to say, good morning, Arthur, and doff your cap. And then the Wall of Honor with all the shields of all the runners who have ever run this race. You have to put your shield there tomorrow, novices. And then from the top, you climb again, all the way up for nearly 10 kilometers of climbing, and yet it's a down run. And you get into Bertha's Hill Village. And when you get to Bertha's Hill Village, the down run starts. And your legs that are nicely tenderized from 55 Ks of running now have to plummet, that's the right word, down to the Indian Ocean. Down into Hillcrest, up a hill into Hillcrest, and through Hillcrest, through Gillets, through Hillcrest Village, through Gillets, then to Kloof. And at Kloof, we get the Cell C hotspot at Kloof, where the runner can get 50,000 Rand if they're leading, but they have to finish in the top 10 at the end. And then Fields Hill, the great downhill descent, the plummet down Fields Hill, 4 kilometers steep downhill all the way into Pinetown. Hot, muggy. Pinetown tells you you're in KwaZulu-Natal, subtropical, and then up the monster hill, Cowie's Hill. Don't walk. We've got a TV camera there and we're going to spot you. The other side of Cowie's Hill, you drop again down onto the dual carriageway. It's a bit bleak, it's a bit open, there's not a lot of crowd support, and then go through Sherwood, and then you get to one of the last major climbs, 45th Cutting, and up 45th Cutting onto the double highway. Make your way up under Tollgate Bridge, and then you head towards the finish, where we are now waiting to welcome you here at the finish near the People's Park. Can't wait to see you all finish there.
And that finish here at People's Park, Helen, does really play into part because you do have the different clubs that will be here. And that also brings through that wonderful street finish that we do have for this year's Comrades Marathon.
Yeah, this is the first year we've had a street finish, and I think it's going to be great because a lot of spectators will line that last 2 kilometers, which in previous years has been a bit of a lonely patch to have at the end of Comrades Marathon. So I think it's going to add great value and to welcome the runners at the end of an arduous day.
So one of the biggest changes for this year's Comrades Marathon are the 2 batches. You've got Group 1, Group 2, and they'll be running in different colors. Your first group will have the purple bibs, and the second will have the orange. But what is the significance of these 2 different groups as we run up to the 100th Comrades Marathon, Helen?
Well, they're introducing new changes. It is a little trial run for the 100th run in 2 years' time, where they are expecting great numbers. And so they're taking into account additional security, giving the runners a little bit more space. It will be a bit lighter for them when they run. So the first wave will go off at quarter to 6, and the second wave will go off at 6. So they'll all get their correct times at the end of the day. But at the end, it is really just to test and just to protect the runners more, providing them more safety and security.
Yeah, I think safety, Tato, is a major aspect of this, because with so many runners, particularly in 2 years' time, the streets exiting Pietermaritzburg are narrow, it is dark, there are middle mannequins in the way and all sorts of things you can trip over, and I think they want to try and make it as safe as possible.
It really does put a whole lot of a difference to this year's race, because a lot of people have been asking about those two batches, and that also means that they finish at a different time as well, because the 12-hour cut-off will also be different. But speaking about those two batches and speaking about the elite athletes that we look forward to today, OG, I do understand that this morning you might just have a wonderful elite runner today who we will be watching throughout the day.
For Morena Tete Dijana, the 2025 Comrades Marathon represents redemption. Tete, after last year's troubles, I know you went in, focused, worked hard to be back here. What does this race mean to you, and what would you like to correct that happened last year?
It means a lot, because it's, for me, it says if you fail, you must stand up and go and fight again. So what I mean, I've came here to fight as last year, but I can tell you last year I was super fit. So I don't know how it will go this year, but mentally I'm prepared, physically I'm prepared. And I would also like to thank all the people who supported me after Comrade until now. I really appreciate it, and yeah.
The last 2 years has been such a great competition, especially between you and Pete. We know he chased you hard 2 years ago on the down run, and you put together an incredible race. What can you expect this time?
Expect unexpected. So I will eye everyone. Yeah.
All the best. We don't know what's going to happen, but the races that you guys have given us for the last 2 years have been incredible. Good luck in Chaka.
Thank you very much.
Morena Tete Dijana, of course, the tough race for him last year, finished 14th. Can he come back and reclaim the title he won for 2 years? Well, stay tuned to find out.
Well, OG, we will definitely see him in Durban, and that is the big talking point for this year's Comrades Marathon. Can Morena Tete Dijana right here in Durban and defend that down run title that he does have? He also set the record for that. And when we look at Morena Tete Dijana, of course, last year was a bit tough, but this is a down, and he is defending that title.
He's won the last two down runs, but keep in mind that the last down run he won by 3 seconds from Pete Wurmse. So Pete will be, no one likes finishing second, I can promise you. Second is, it really annoys you for 365 days, you think about it. So Pete will be trying to correct that, and also he'd like to win a down run to go with his up run victory last year.
And of course, that's where he got the title, Flying Dutchman, in the 2023 race. And that look back was definitely a big talking point. But then today, Pete and Tete would also be a big talking point. But then can Pete be able to challenge Morena Tete Dijana?
I think he can. I mean, he won last year. He was really, really convincing last year. Lost it by 3 seconds the year before. I've heard he's in great shape. They apparently had some health problems earlier in the year, but they're all sorted out. He's come here from training in Kenya with the Kenyans. We all know how good they are and what training companions they are. And I think he's ready. But Tete hasn't lost a down run, so let's see.
Well then, that is Morena Tete Dijana defending his title in the down run. Can he do it? But then again, OG, we call her the smiling assassin. Everybody's talking about Gerda Steyn. What can we expect?
Well, there's always the pressure, of course, of coming into a Comrades Marathon as the defending champion. And Gerda Steyn, tell us a bit about the pressure. What do you feel when you're the favorite and you know that there's so many people that will be chasing you today?
Good morning.
morning. What a wonderful day here in Pietermaritzburg. It's an honor to be here again today to line up for yet another amazing Comrades. For me personally, I know coming as the defending champion might come with a little bit of pressure, but I won't let it faze me. I see pressure, nothing other than just immense amount of support. So I'm looking forward to getting underway and seeing what I can do on the day today.
Not that it will make a lot of difference for you, but a slightly longer down run we have. What's the strategy for today for you?
Absolutely, yes. I think it's quite significantly longer than the 2023 route. So for me, I just have to try and run as strongly as I possibly can. I believe, especially today on the women's side, on the front end, we will be seeing a fast race. I don't see it being too tactical. I think there's so much depth in the field today that we can expect a fast race today.
Running in new colors at this, of course, race, and I see so many people that are supporting you today. It's going to be good for you to lead them out.
Absolutely, yes. It's an honor to support and to be part of the Hollywood Athletics Club for the first time for me on the Comrades Marathon, and with the Hollywood Athletics Club and thousands of other club members lining up behind me today. I think it's going to be so special and so memorable and just so wonderful to be a part of once again. We don't take this moment for granted, and this is what we runners in South Africa live for, and we are here and we're going to love every moment of it.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, I must tell you this thing. I found this out that I actually do have something in common with Gerda Steyn. I ran my first Comrades 10 years ago, which you did too, but you continued. I didn't.
Well, there's always time, OJ.
Good luck today.
Thank you so much.
Gerda Steyn, of course, defending Comrades champion. Look out for her on this broadcast on your World of Champions.
OG, massive difference between your 10 years ago Comrades and Gerda's. But we look at Gerda's biggest challenges, Helen, and Alexandra definitely is a big standout.
Yeah, all the ladies on the screen that we can see now, we'll go through them. Catriona Jennings, she's a seasoned gold medalist coming back. She finished within a minute of the 4 placings in front of her this year. Thinks she can try and pick up on that. Dominique Stelmach has come second, been training hard for the race. We can see a great performance expect a great performance from her. She's been training in Dalston for 2 months. Alexandra, she always comes back. She would love to win this race, and she's looking in incredible shape. And then we've got the one person that wasn't there that we're kind of looking vet, is a vet from Sale.
Yes.
Now, Yvette has got in her head that she did beat Gerda at the Paris Olympics, whether that can be a sort of a benchmark, but it will give her incredible confidence that she can get the better of Gerda on her day. So it's it's Yvette's first Comrades, so let's wait and see what fantastic race they will produce for us.
98th Comrades Marathon right here on your World of Champions. Lots of incentives, 2 different starting batches, all right here on your World of Champions. Of course, we do return after this.
shots. That says it all. Nice.